In order to demonstrate the great thing about meiosis, we have to put genes onto our chromosomes. Homologous chromosome pairs have the same genes at the same places on each member of the homologous chromosome pair. So, the genes that we've chosen to put on our homologous pairs are on chromosome number 4, a real gene that actually is on chromosome number 4, the gene that causes achondroplasia. This gene codes for a protein that makes a growth receptor. And when this gene is abnormal, people have a form of dwarfism called achondroplasia. So that gene is on number 4 in the same place on every chromosome number 4 in every single human. And then we made up a gene called the hairy ear gene. And when this gene is abnormal, it causes people to have hairy ears. Chromosome number 5 also has one real gene, a gene for another type of dwarfism. This is the D gene, and when it is abnormal, it causes a form of dwarfism called dystrophic dysplasia. Dysplasia means abnormal growth. The B gene is another made-up gene for black teeth. Black nails. Sorry, when that gene is abnormal, it causes black nails. So once again, we start out with a precursor cell that's getting ready to go through meiosis.
Sorry about that.
This cell is diploid. It has homologous chromosome pairs. It's not haploid, it is diploid. And I'm saying that wrong. You're supposed to say it diploid. But I learned biology from a book, so I don't say it right. So when the chromosome replicates, of course, the same alleles will be present because the DNA is copying itself. So when you have the little h allele of the H gene on one side of the sister chromatid, you will have the little h allele on the other side of the sister chromatid. And when you have a little a on one sister chromatid, a little a will be on the other sister chromatid because the DNA has copied itself. So
what she just did was...
Callian. Sorry. So you will have the same alleles. So we're replicating the DNA. Meiosis hasn't started yet because DNA replication happens before meiosis starts. So now we have 2 homologous pairs of chromosomes that have replicated, ready to go through meiosis. So when we go through meiosis, the homologous chromosome pairs line up in the middle of the cell. It's random whether this number 5 chromosome is lined up on the left or this number 5 chromosome is lined up on the left. This is called independent assortment. If this number 5 chromosome ends up on the left, then you get the little b gene with the big H. But if this number 5 lines up, you get the big B gene with the big H. So which alleles end up in the sperm or the egg varies depending on how the homologous pairs align at meiosis. So now we go through meiosis, they split, the cell divides, they split again, the cell divides again, and now we have 4 haploid chromosomes that each have one chromosome number 4 and one chromosome number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. They each have one B gene, one B allele, one B gene, one D allele, one D gene, one A allele, one A allele, one A gene, and one H allele, one H gene. This way, when fertilization happens and they come together again, the normal chromosome number is restored, and once again, you have a diploid cell with 2 H alleles, 2 A alleles, 2 D alleles, and 2 B alleles.